Hey, John here. Here's a lick of the day number 85. This is an F Aeolian sweep and alternate picking run. As usual, you can find a link to the tab in the description below or by clicking right here on the screen. I'm gonna play it once, slowly, and then break it down. We start here on the 20th fret of the high E string. Alright, so this is based on the F Aeolian scale like it says in the title, and that's just a fancy name for the natural minor scale. And we start up here with an F minor arpeggio, so the 1 chord. So just a 3-string arpeggio. So we're gonna go 20, 16, so 18, 17, and those are the notes. So 20, 16, 18, 17, and the way that I pick this is up, pull off, up, down, down, down. After that we go down to the flat 7 chord of the key, which will be the E flat in this case. And now we're going to play a 5-string shape. So that's going to look like this. We have 18, 15, 16, 15, 17, 18, and then 13. So we're gonna pick that with an upstroke first. Up, pull off, up, 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 down, hammer, down, 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 down. And after that we have this scale run. Starting here on the 18th fret, we're gonna go 18, 16, 15. Then we're gonna start on 16 and go down another 3 notes. So we have 16, 15, 13. And this is going to be starting with an upstroke, so we're actually turning the picking around. If you look at it from, usually you want to have the downstroke on the beat, but in this case you can't really do that because we're coming from this arpeggio. And if I want to pick the notes here, which I did want to do, I have no choice but to start with an upstroke. I mean, you could force a downstroke, I guess, but that would be very inefficient. Try to get 2 downstrokes in a row here just to get it on the beat. So I think it's better for you to work on any type of picking, being comfortable starting with a downstroke or starting with an upstroke. So after this initial, just continue down the scale. So we have 16, 14, 13, 15, 13, 12, and then we have 15, 13, 11, and we shift down with the index finger, a half step to 10. And then we go up, and what we have here is 10, 11, 13, 10, 12, 13. We just go up that scale, or that position, and then back down again. And then we add 13, 11, 10 on the A string, and finally end up on 8 with our index finger. So the whole picking run. And then I add the octave here, and then another octave by tapping on the actual fret here. And add some vibrato. So the whole thing once more. Practice-wise, you can take any of the arpeggio shapes, with only 2 in this case. Check out which one you find you have the most problem with and then work on that separately. Or you can just take both of them and loop them like this and move that around the fretboard. So I would move down a fret at a time until it gets uncomfortable. I have pretty big hands, so I'm usually alright going down the whole way. But it's, it's quite stretchy here for me as well. So just stop anywhere where you don't feel okay anymore, and then you keep moving it up again, because it doesn't really matter if you go down all the way. Just about amassing a massive amount of reps to get this to the point where you don't have to think about what you're doing anymore. So don't overdo it with the stretching. It's never a good thing. And then for the picking stuff, if this is a problem, starting this with an upstroke, would be a good idea to combine that with the arpeggio that comes before it as well. So just go. So you can get comfortable with that. And after that, for the scale run, this can be tricky because you're crossing quite a lot of strings here. So you're coming from this. And if we count from this string, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 strings, which is quite a lot. So that might be a thing you want to practice as well if you have trouble with that actual, string crossing stuff. Because sometimes when you see stuff like this, it can look like, well, we're traveling across 4 strings here as well. We do, but we do it in like 2-string increments. So you're actually spending twice as much time on each string here, because after you do this, you restart that. Which makes it a great sequence when you're sort of fairly new to fast alternate picking. But when you remove that, then you have to go down a complete scale almost. Then it can be way harder. But the way to get through that is simply to work on that thing as well, separately, because it can be easy to think like, well, I can do that, the other one, why can't I do this? But it's a very big difference in difficulty. And at the end of the day, it's just about how much you practice either one. But I think it's always a good thing to work on a lot of patterns that cross a lot of strings, because if you can do that, it's way easier to do the ones that you stay longer on each string. So try that out if you have any issues. All right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.